Welcome to game number 5 of this Winner Stays On, part of EGC TV. And we have a Vortex playing as the Mongols versus Hera's French. And currently, they just tied up this matchup. Last game, Hera was able to pull off a victory with his Mongols versus Vortex's Rus. So it is anyone's game right now in the series. It's best of 7. And they've all been very, very close. And I'm sure you're going to see lots of action here in this game. What do you think the players might open with, Lidakor?
This could be a game where we see some professional scouts usage over here simply because both civilizations can do that quite effectively. You can go for the double scouts training with the Mongols, and on the other side, you're gonna have a Gur anyways, so you can get that professional scouts. It's not like with any other civilization where you make a lumber camp, a mining camp, and then you need to make a mill specifically for professional scouts. You can just go for the professional scouts upgrade on your Gur. On the other hand, this could also be a matchup where Vortex just goes full aggro with archers and spearmen, and that's something that's pretty difficult for the French to stop at the beginning.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of running after a deer, and we've also seen some. I think we saw like a feigned attempt to steal the deer in one of these previous matchups. But look at this, Vortex already trying to build a barracks. He does get it down, but Hera's dealing out a lot of damage there with that scout.
Double spearmen already coming in here, so Vortex is gonna go for the pressure on the gold mine. This is one of the most common ways that you can push the French into a difficult position. The French need their gold in order to get the feudal age, and then they need their gold to go for their best unit, the Royal Knight. And if you can push them off from gold, you can pretty much minimize the effect of that school of cavalry at the beginning of feudal age. Now, Hera knows about that, so he's gonna have a chance to react. He could try a defensive tower, but he doesn't have the wood for it right now, so that's not gonna be an option. And I'm a little concerned for his safety on the gold department. He might have just enough time to get the gold he needs for feudal age, though.
Yeah. Now look at the map generation here. We've got, it looks like all the relics very, very evenly distributed through the map. Looking at the wood spawns, we see that Mongol town center kind of tucked between those two wood lines on the north with this gold not too far away. And of course, one thing to consider, Mongols love to try to deny that gold to the French.
And that's exactly what Hera knows. Hera was like, okay, I got 200 gold, I'm gonna leave here. He'll probably go archer defense in this case, though, because if you're going this aggro with the Mongols in Dark Age, multiple spearmen, forward villagers with towers, you're delaying your feudal age. So the appropriate response here for Hera would probably be to just go feudal age here as fast as he can, archer range into a couple of archers, protect that gold mine. He's in danger of getting that burned down, though, so he's gotta be careful rushing up a tower to try and hold off these forces.
You know, I've seen some French players go straight for like gathering that 200 gold right away so that when this happens, you're okay. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit tower battle, and the Mongols do really good at this stuff. And his idea is, you know, just to delay French, just to cause any type of damage, try to idle anything. Because even if he's not killing villagers, idling villagers is strong too.
Absolutely. You just want to set your opponent back as much as possible, because you're not gonna have the mobility advantage in feudal age, likely, because you'll probably go archer, spearman versus knights. So you want to be the one forcing the engagement throughout this game, and if that tower goes up, you are really gonna be the one forcing it, because Hera could be in trouble if that tower is finished.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this could be. Can he hit the villager? It doesn't look like he can just hit the tower.
Yep, I don't think that he can reach the villager. There is one villager that could go down for Hera, but it looks like it's gonna be safe. And Vortex actually took quite a bit of a beating on his forces. Lost the spearman, a lot of HP lost on the Khan, and the tower isn't going up either. So Hera so far has been holding on to this one quite nicely. But you see, Hera is kind of low on food, so it's going to take some time for him to get to feudal age, versus his opponent is getting there. Burning down the first tower in front of his gold, though, is a good decision from Hera.
Yeah, I mean, all these players have faced this tower rush so many times. So they have some strategy to go about to try to stop it. Even though knowing it's coming doesn't make it any easier necessarily to stop it. But you see 2 towers up right now for Hera. He still doesn't have the gold that he... Does he? Oh, he does, yeah. It's 201 gold. So he has what he needs. But he's short on food now.
Absolutely. So the idea here is that obviously his town center is working faster with the French, which is nice, but you're also consuming a tiny bit more food. He also was pretty heavy on the wood department, had to make more depot towers, so his eco was a tiny bit unbalanced, and it looks like he's also going to pick off one fort villager here from Vortix.
Yep. And this is what Mongols wants. Like, their goal is just to slow down French. I mean, any idle time. This is a low investment for them. You know, a few villagers, a few spearmen, but he still has his tower. That tower's going to be there for a while. You know, idling villagers, killing a villager. We have the school of cavalry going down on the backside there, so he's still going to get a pretty decent age up time. But it could come down to, you know, res. Like, how much food does he have underneath his town center right now for Hera? He's got a few sheep, but that's not a ton. And those berries are towards the front. Where's his? I mean, he could go for professional scouts. Probably be his best option to get some food in. He could go for that eastern hunt, but I think that could become an issue here later on. You do see him kind of going out to put down a tower right now.
Notice that as Vortex is losing that tower, he's going to double down on it. And I love how Vortex had 5 spearmen garrisoned into the tower, and Hera had to just keep 5 villagers in there. So there was 5 villagers idle for a long time for Hera, loses 1 as well. And now his opponent Vortex will see the gold mine over here. It's gonna be a little tricky to deny that because you already have a defensive tower on it. But if you look at Vortex, he's almost up to feudal age. Hera is halfway up and his eco isn't looking that impressive right now.
Yeah, he was able to get a tower up on that second gold. So this is a good strategy. You know, if you get kicked off your main gold line when you're up against Mongols, just go somewhere else on the map. But obviously, Vortex knows that he's doing this. You see him building a tower down there.
Absolutely. The moment he sees the reaction tower, he's going to bail out on it. And you see, he's sort of baiting towers from Hera right now. Hera, thanks to that first defensive tower, he can actually see into that stealth forest. So that's why he can spot those forward towers. But you see, Hera has to invest in a ton of towers himself as well. And that forces him to stay on wood. And when you're playing with the French, you don't really want to stay on wood that heavily. You want to go for your knights at the beginning. So you want to send your villagers to food and gold. For Vortex, staying on wood isn't really a big issue because he's going spears and archers most likely.
Now, is Vortex building anything back home? It doesn't look like any archer ranges.
It looks like it's getting closer and closer to a semi-fast castle. We have seen this a lot with the Mongols. You just apply pressure with that 6-7 spearman, go for a tower rush, and turn this into a fast castle instead. It might actually be the safer play over a sort of all-in feudal age push.
Look at this. He builds a tower, deletes it. Now, I don't know if this is, maybe you can confirm or deny this, and I don't see him actually getting any shots off, but I've heard that if you get like one hit on a building as Mongols, that even if they delete it, you get that res. How does that work here? When he deletes these without touching it, he doesn't get res to Vortex, does he?
I honestly don't remember, but I heard about the bug. There is some sort of bug, I think with the Khan shooting a building foundation, but Chet probably knows it better, because Twitch Chet knows everything better than we do.
That might be what he's doing. I mean, is he giving res to Vortex every time he deletes his foundations because that Khan gets one shot off?
I hope it's not the case, because that would probably classify as bug abuse, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, not like you can stop the Khan from doing what it's doing, other than keeping away, I guess. But yeah, we'll have to confirm that. I don't know. But anyways, it does look like he's bringing that gold back in. Maybe going to his first gold mine again. No.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
Good luck. No stone either. Yeah, this is scary for Hera. He's backed into a corner here.
Especially with Vortex already having arrow slits on those towers, so he doesn't even need anyone garrison to take those down. Hera can't access stone over there, Hera can't access gold. And you see, he can't access this gold mine either, so Hera's just running out of resources. And behind this one, Vortex is just piling up resources for Castle Age. He's applying so much pressure on his opponent with just a couple of spearmen and a couple of forward towers that he's buying himself so much time to get to Castle Age.
Yep, and this is what Mongols do. They just harass you to death while they get up to the castle behind, and the next thing you know, you're in a severe tech disadvantage. Hera's sitting there. He has 670 food, but not much of anything else at the moment. He has a few horsemen out, but taking shots from the towers. Just in a very difficult situation here, but you never know. You never know. These players could come back from crazy things.
Absolutely, Hera at least has some hunt going for him, but his resource bank is looking very, very tiny. He's not garrisoning his horsemen into the tower, so he's still working on cleaning that up, but there's just so much chaos all around his base. He's got his wood line walled at the back, but the spearmen could burn through it, and there's attack notifications going off everywhere.
Yeah, there's just towers on the left, towers on the front. Is he going to build towers on the right yet?
Just look at the minimap. Look at all those red flashes.
You can't see anything. Like, imagine being in Hera shoes. You can't see anything but red flashing right now. You can't even see where the blue's moving. There's the con.
Yeah, imagine being in the caster's shoes. Just looking at that minimap and trying to figure out where to look at that very moment.
Yeah.
Hera launching a bit of a counterattack over here, but Vortix actually sees those archers moving up, so knows exactly where they are coming. Wouldn't be surprised to see some archers coming from him, and indeed he does have a few getting close to that castle age. This is looking extremely good for Vortix.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how Hera can pull out of this. I mean, ways I've seen many players stop the tower rush is to somehow escape around the side and go and harass their military production, or get on the Gur or the Uvu or something. But Hera has been pinned down this entire time. He has a few archers, but these spearmen can surround him. He's got his con there. He's got a few archers. He's probably going to clean this up.
Yeah, he's going to clean this up, and the scarier thing for Hera is that he finally found himself a gold mine that might just get harassed once again. Although it seems like the tower is going to go up. That should discourage those archers and spearmen from pushing this. But I think now Vortex has his sights set elsewhere. He's going up to Castle Age, and that is probably going to be the step redoubt for him. And I think at this point, you're not really going for a man-at-arms siege push. It probably should be just Lancers and Raid. Imagine 5 Lancers hitting that gold mine.
Yeah. I'm sure we're getting... Is he heading up to Age? Yeah, he's already building that step red out back there. You also see a few pastures there by the town center. You see a lot of Mongols players go for this quite early. Yeah, Mongols going to be in a great position here as they reach the castle age, as Hera's still just trying to deal with everything that's going on in his base.
Absolutely. The problem for Hera is that by the time he cleans all these towers up and just resets himself, especially with those raids coming in on his hunt even, his opponent is just going to show up with like 10-15 Lancers using that double training, even though Vortex doesn't have a lot of stone, but there's Lancers, and now Hera's economy is wide open for raiding. This tower is just screaming for a night raid. The food eco isn't really well established either, so Hera's just so much behind right now, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think about like how would Hera get out of this situation right now. Well, we got... Yeah, it's going to be knights coming in. He could use man-at-arms. He could... Honestly, I feel like Vortex could do a whole lot of whatever he wants at the moment. But Hera's going to fight really hard. Not surprising, obviously, in the tournament game. He's going to try his best to get out of this. Let's see if he discovers that northeast gold mine. He has to suspect, I guess, if he's not on either of those 2 gold mines, which he has line of sight on, that he must... Oh, wait, he could see... Does he already know it's there?
Yep. Vortex knows about that. I think he's just waiting. The archers and the spearmen aren't really capable of destroying that tower, but once you got 2 or 3 Lancers, they just absorb so much arrow fire, and that tower can only fit 5 villagers in. Hera, actually, that's a very, very wise move to go for a second tower. He's even going for the arrow slits, but I don't think it's gonna be here in time. If Vortex moves in right now, he's going to deny that second tower, so 5-6 villagers will be left out here.
He's going to need more than an arrow slit to stop these Lancers. Here they come.
Yep. Khan popping the defense arrow over here, so that will allow those Lancers to stay alive a little longer. Looks like the second tower goes up, but Hera once again loses 2-3 villagers here, I think. Even the 4th one goes down.
All of them. Wow.
So,
and now he knows it's there, too. He can just wait.
Absolutely. 4th villager here will get intercepted, but this is Hera's only force here. Handful of archers. Lancers and archers together could just deal with that, and Hera, he's piling up resources for Castle Age, but he's just still so far behind. 45 villagers to 47 is rather even, but you got the step redoubt working for Vortex, and his army is looking a lot scarier right now.
Yep. And I mean, this is why Mongols have been one of the best civilizations in the current meta. It's just this tower rush is so strong. Even if you don't kill villagers, just the sheer amount of pressure it puts on all of your resources. And he continues to build them even here at the 15-minute mark, continuing to build these towers. Some archers coming up, finally denying that one. But now we've got these lancers, which does Hera have any pikes? Probably not right now. He would maybe need some royal knights or something.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, looking at Hera, the biggest problem for him is that he's still in feudal age right now. He's trying to hold on with towers, but that 4th tower is about to go down. It has 3 villagers inside, so that's 3 more going down the drain. And at this point, the problem for Hera is that he's always on the back foot, and it's just next to impossible to recover against an opponent that has a completely untouched economy behind this.
Yeah, I was trying to think like maybe Hera can make crossbows when he reaches age 3, but there's still that's a lot of archers for Mongols. Mongols coming in right now, getting a lot of value here with this push. As you looked on the minimap, still just things everywhere for Hera.
Absolutely, and now we're switching gears, going for a ram push. As I said, Arbaletria here could be a decent solution because when they deploy their Pavisa, they absorb a lot of arrow fire as well from the archers. The biggest problem for Hera is getting into Castle Age, though he's just now going up with the Guild Hall. But even if he gets to Castle Age, he's gonna need some time until he gets some Castle Age army in, gets the Veteran Archer upgrade in, and I don't think that the Vortex is gonna wait for that. Vortex can just go for all these proxy towers and mills, and every single building he sets on fire, that's gonna be 50 food and gold for him. So all these exposed towers out here, those are just a fiesta for him, for resources.
Yeah, I think it's feeding time for Vortex, and towers are on the menu. We're going to have to see what happens as he pushes in here.
Absolutely. And you see Hera, at this point, he's going to keep losing those buildings, and for Vortex, the best thing to do would be not even to go for that DC, just go for the buildings surrounding it, and just decimate Hera's base, get yourself the resources from all that bounty, and just build up your army based on that, even.
Yeah, it's noble that Hera's hanging on, but we all know how this story ends. We've all been in the situation. I don't know about you, Lidakor, but when I got these Mongol tower rushes, I don't make it very far past the darker feudal age.
Yeah, Hera made it into Castle Age, trying to save his archers over here, and you see Rams are like, okay, where do we go? For a moment it looked like they're going for the town center, but now they're changing targets, but you see, all these towers going down, they're filled with villagers. A couple of Arbaletria hit the field, but the Arbaletria are fairly fragile, so if you only have a couple of them without meat shield, they'll be killed by the Lancers, and now Hera knows he needs to pull villagers or there is no hope.
Yeah, and the Lancers coming on in, start to slaughter some villagers up there.
Yeah, at this point, this is looking very, very grim for Hera. Some Arbaletria are out here, but the archers, they do have the veteran upgrade, and indeed, Hera taps out. Mongols looking extremely strong in the hands of Vortex over here as he takes the lead once again.
Yep, that makes the score 3-2 for Vortex, and I guess this puts him within striking distance of perhaps clinching this series in the next game. I mean, the fact that we're even going this far has been great. We're going on to game number 6. But now we're going to get down to either Delhi, HRE, or Abbasid. So this